Hi YouTube, so it's been a minute, at least a few weeks, because I was away. I was in Japan for the last 2 weeks, so didn't film anything over there because I was very busy just doing all the touristy things. So that's a different story. I do have a different channel with me and my boyfriend and we vlog, so I'll link that down below. But anyway, today I'm gonna start just a bit bookish vlog kind of thing. While I was in Japan, there was a Target buy one get one half off sale, so I went off. I think this is the most that I've ever bought from a sale like that. I have bought books in the past when there's like that specific sale, but this time I was just like, you know what, I have a lot of books that I've been wanting and meaning to get, so I decided to just go off. Okay. I'm back. I'm sitting here next to my like a billion Target boxes that are all books. I've actually been sitting here probably, today's what, Tuesday, and these have all been here since at least probably Friday, and it's taken every inch of me to not open them, and I haven't opened them because I kind of wanted to do something, like either record a video or I don't know, do something and show like what I got. So we're gonna do a little haul. Let's start with this first box. I don't even know like the total number of books that I ended up getting. Probably shouldn't do this like right next to my leg because it's literally right there. But yeah, I have no idea how many books I even ordered. It was less than $100, which is really good. Let's see, 2 books in here. OMG. The only thing that kind of sucks about this is the fact that Target puts a sticker on all of their books, so I'm gonna have to go and like individually take them off, but good thing I'm a pro at that. I have a little hack I'll show you guys in a minute, but these are the first 2. Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher and After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I believe I have all of her Taylor Jenkins Reid's books except for Carrie Soto is back, just because I don't want to buy the hardback. Once the paperback is out for Carrie Soto is back, I will be buying it. But this is the other book that I've heard quite a bit about and I don't own, and I love, love, love Taylor Jenkins Reid. She's literally top 3, if not like my favorite author, just because I think her books are amazing and I always feel a certain way after I read them. This is my hack, by the way. Peel up some corners of it, and then, this is gonna look weird, but I promise it works. You hover and exhale warm breath. Look, it works perfectly. None of the like sticky residue, none of the little like white parts of the sticker are left. So yeah, definitely recommend that. I'm not gonna do that to all of them right now because it's gonna be like take forever. But this Terms and Conditions, if you can guess, I got the other 2 books in this series. It's just so freaking popular and I've heard way too much about it to not read them. I think I put like 1 or 2 of them on hold at my public library, but they've been on hold for a while now and I kind of just want to own them because I don't own very many series. I think I only own like Game of Thrones, and I think that's it. Honestly, I don't own like any series. I have like a bunch of standalones, but I don't have series, so I think I'm gonna start, you know, buying series, especially ones that are so popular. Terms and Conditions, Lauren Asher. Let me know if you've read it, if you liked it. If you didn't, let me know. But I just kind of want to know. This is exciting. It's a bit chunkier than I thought it would be. Package here, and it's the fine print part of this series, so I'm missing one more. This one has, geez, these are really kind of bigger than I thought they were going to be. Oh, I have the numbers on them. That's nice. So this is 1, 2, and 3, the fine print, Terms and Conditions, and final offer. So I have the complete series now. I don't know when I'm going to start it because these are kind of, well, now that I'm looking at it, the last one's the biggest one. And I think the second one, which is Terms and Conditions, is on my like 12 books I want to read this year. So obviously I'm going to have to read the first one. Now that I own them, I feel like I can start whenever. Now I have this complete series. What else is in here? I didn't realize when I ordered these how freaking huge these are. This book is ginormous. Like, it might not look at the sheer difference. Like, and this is normally what I read. This is what I'm used to. So this is gonna be fun. Like, I can't even picture myself. This feels like a textbook. But it's Stephen King, 11/22/63. It's a time traveling book about JFK's murder and I think the character is like trying to stop it. I honestly don't know much about it, but I've just been pretty interested in Stephen King recently, so I've never read one of his books, but maybe this one or Billy Summers, which I also just recently bought. Maybe I'll be reading one of the two pretty soon, but this is definitely very intimidating. It's ginormous. This box is what's left. So let's see what's in this box. Wow, okay. So we have another 3. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited about these ones. First up, we have Kristen Hanna, The Nightingale. I have, I think, one of her other books. It's this one that I have right here, The Four Winds. I've had it for a while and I've never read it, but she's so big and popular at the minute, so not at the minute, but she's been popular for a while. It's gonna be a movie soon, which I love that. I love reading books first and then watching the movies, so I'll have to read this soon. This one's also pretty big, so. The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, which, oh, I hate this. I've not been wanting to buy this book because of this, and to be honest, I only ordered it online because the picture didn't have this, and I know in store, the books that are at the store have this, so. I've been wanting to read some of her books because I heard she's a really great author, so I'm excited to have this one. It's The Housemaid. It's a thriller, mystery. I'm excited for this one. And then the last 2, Meet Me at the Lake and Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I've read this one and I read this one last year on my iPad, so I didn't have like a physical version of it, but I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorite reads, and it's now one of my favorite romance books, so of course I had to get the second one, which I haven't read. And I think it came out like not too long ago, but these are actually really cute. Like their covers are adorable. And I guess now I have another pair of series, so that's really exciting. I also love Berkeley Books. They're a publishing house, Berkeley Romance. So I have like literally, you can't see, but all of these are Berkeley Romance. So these will fit perfectly on my little Berkeley Romance shelf. But wow, I can't believe how many books this is. Let me try to carry them. This one is ginormous, the freaking Stephen King one. Oh my gosh, these are heavy. Okay. So, those are all the new books I got. It's quite a bit. Okay, so I want to talk about the books that I have recently read. Today is like Wednesday, I think. Thursday. It's Thursday. And since Saturday, I've read and finished, or I started and finished 2 whole books, so that's pretty good because yeah, I usually read about 1 a week, so this week we're on a roll. The first book that I read is Swear on This Life by Renee Carlino. It is a romance book. I started it, was completely hooked. It's such an endearing storyline. I've mentioned before that I love reading books about people who love books and reading, and this book is about a woman. She is a writing professor at UCSD, I think. She wants to one day like write her own best-selling novel, but her ex-boyfriend from when she was like 15 actually just wrote and came out with a best-selling novel. She reads it, and it's about her life. So it's very, very interesting. It is a romance, so look forward to that. It's just, I rated this 5 stars. It was everything I wanted and more. It's dual timeline, which is one of my favorite ever like tropes. I love, you know, getting a little bit of everything, of all sides of the story, even the one in the past. I haven't rated a romance 5 stars in a while, so I definitely recommend that you read this if you are a romance fan. Also, something that this book had a lot of was dialogue. I love books that are very heavy on dialogue, and this book was definitely that. So if you like books with a lot of dialogue, I feel like to me it makes kind of their romance more, what's the word, just more like authentic. Other book that I finished reading this week is The Last Housewife. I actually already returned it to the library, the public library, so I don't have it with me, but I rated this book 4.5 stars. It's a thriller / mystery, and it is about cults. I don't think I've ever read a book about cults, so that was very, very interesting for me. The first like half of the book I read in like 1 evening because in my head it was just reading like a movie. Like I could see it perfectly played out in my head, and that made it so enjoyable for me. And it was also just very interesting. The storyline is super, super interesting. It's about a woman who was in a cult when she was in college, and she had a very traumatic experience, and she was in the cult with 2 of her best friends. By senior year, only one of them was alive, the other one died, which it gets into all of that and why she died and how she died. The character has to go back to their college and figure out what the heck happened, what's going on. And yeah, it's very, very interesting. When I tell you I ate this book up, I'm not being exaggerating at all. It was definitely, I was hooked. I don't know how else to say it, but I was definitely hooked. And for me to rate a thriller like 4.5 stars, that is saying something, because I usually rate them like 3, 3.5, maybe 4, but this is a 4.5. So those are the 2 books that I read recently. Loved them. So I guess we'll see what we read next. I have Alone with You in the Ether, One Last Stop, Tweet Cute. I have some questions for you. My Killer Vacation, and Before I Let Go. So a lot of romance, but I don't know if that's what I want to read right now. So we'll see. Okay, so I'm here to do a book review on The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I just finished this literally like 5 seconds ago, and I'm gonna rate it at 3.5 stars. Now, the reason I bought it and read it is because it's so super hyped up on bookstagram, and I've just seen it like everywhere. And I figured I like thrillers and mysteries, so I was like, let me try it, let me read it, see if I like it. And it just didn't live up to like other thrillers that I've read. That's all I'll say. I don't know if it's because I've read other thrillers and I know, like, I don't know, it just wasn't like that amazing. It was good, and I finished it in like 3 days because it was that good, but it wasn't like anything like crazy. I don't know. Sorry, my camera died. But anyway, I would still recommend it because it was a decent thriller, but it's not my favorite. I will say that. But yeah. Anyway, now I want to talk about my like summer TBR, which I'm so excited for, getting into more books that are about summer and just those types of vibes. So I have a few here that I'm going to talk about. Mostly all library books here in my hand, and then I have a few from my bookshelf that I'm going to pull out. But first and foremost, I really want to read Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun. This is the 3rd book in the Finley Donovan series. The other 2 are Finley Donovan is Killing It and Finley Donovan Knocks Him Dead. This is such a good little series. It's a cozy mystery thriller type of series. There's definitely some mystery, some thriller, some suspense, but it's very much cozy vibes. Like, you'll see what I'm talking about if you read it. I have the 3rd book that I got from the library, and I can't wait to read it. So this is definitely on my summer TBR. The next book is Before I Let Go. I've seen this book all over bookstagram, and it's supposed to be a really good romance, I think. I have no idea what it's about. I haven't read the back, and I'm probably gonna go into it completely blind, but I have definitely seen it here and there a few times, so I'm very excited. I love romance, one of my top 2 favorite genres. So I'm really excited to read this, and it's giving me summer vibes. I mean, it has like these cool little flower patterns, so can't wait. Next up is Stone Cold Fox by Rachel Kohler-Croft. This book's freaking cover is beautiful. This is in one of my older videos, I think for my spring TBR, but I didn't get the chance to read it then, so I'm definitely gonna prioritize it and try to get it read soon. So I have 3 weeks to read it, so I'm gonna try to squeeze it in those 3 weeks so that I can read it, and it just looks beautiful and I can't wait. I have no idea what it's about, which is a common theme because I like to go in blindly into a lot of books. I don't know why. I think that's just my favorite way of going into books. But I think this is more of like a contemporary fiction type of book, so we'll see. Next is The Happy Place. I cannot believe I actually found this at my library today, at my public library. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna read this probably within the next week or 2 because I have FOMO because everybody is reading and raving about this book. So I need to read it, and I do have the other Emily Henry book, so I didn't want to buy it because I don't want the hardcover. I want my paperback so it can match with all the other paperbacks that I have. Giving ultimate summer vibe, right? Right. Can't wait. Talking about Emily Henry, I'm probably gonna try to read People We Meet on Vacation because I've never read it. I own it, but I haven't read it, and it's a super freaking popular book. Like, yes, I am on bookstagram and I am now on booktube, and I haven't read People We Meet on Vacation as a romance reader, so that is very embarrassing, and I will for sure be reading this like soon. And then the other book that I want to read is Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. This is, I believe, a sequel. I don't know if they're related, but it's like, maybe it's not related actually. I think it's just her 2nd book. If you haven't read Every Summer After by Carly Fortune and you like romance and you like summer vibes, this should be #1 on your TBR. It is one of my favorite romance books and I just love it. So can't wait to read this. Again, I've seen it all over Bookstagram, so it's going to be great. I already know. Just this cover, you're doing it right if your books look like this. I can't wait. I can't wait. I have a few other freaking romance books that I have up here from the library that I feel like I have to also read because they're from the library, but I'm gonna try to prioritize the ones that I just showed you guys because those I feel like I'm more excited to read. But I am a mood reader, so you just never know what will happen with me and my reading habits. I'm gonna end the video now because it's kind of all over the place, so yeah. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.